We look over here to our Sounders, who continue to kind of trudge along. They really, after that really hot start to begin the year, they really haven't had any consistent traction, and that continues this past week. We look here to their match on May 31st versus San Jose, an 0-2 loss. Our player of the game, none, because he got shut out. Um, yeah, the Sounders just really haven't been able to find that consistent offensive traction. They continue to generate chances, but they're not converting them. So it's like the generation is great, but if you're not converting, it doesn't really matter. Oh, it was a 1-0 loss. I apologize. It was a 1-0 loss. Um, giving up one goal. Photo of the game here by Brian Saldana here with Heber, who is near the top of the league in missed chances. Talking here, it just kind of Heber's face kind of generates. I'm used to saying that word. Demonstrates the struggles here from Sounders fans and the team as a whole as they continue to miss out on points, drop points, split points, however you want to put it, as the season rolls on. And that was the same case here as the Sounders played the first game of the Seattle versus Portland doubleheader. It was a scoreless draw. Our player of the game would be goalkeeper Stefan Fry. Steph with his 100th career clean sheet. So congratulations to Steph on that. Great to see that. He is now third on the all-time list in MLS. Our first photo of the game here by Liz Wolter. Leo True, his expression here, again, it kind of demonstrates how the fans and the team feels as they continue to miss out on chances. On our other photo of the game here by Live Lions, you can see the Portland head coach Giovanni Savarisi kind of gesturing in the direction of Brian Schmetzer on the left. Schmetz has his hands in his pockets as that game got chippy throughout it, because obviously it is Seattle versus Portland. So, I mean, again, as I've mentioned, the Sounders continue to generate chances. They're just not converting them. Obviously, it's tough being without Jordan Morris. Obed Vargas is out on international duty. Christian Roldan and Raul Ruidiaz came in the 57th minute, so they will continue to help and be around for this club, which will be big. Having those two guys in their respective roles is huge for this club. You'd like to have Jordan Morris back, obviously. With the way that things are playing out, he gave himself a 2-week timeline, which should be fine. We may see him by the LAFC match, certainly not for the Charlotte match. It's tough. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. The defense hasn't exactly been playing horrible. Steph's been pretty solid in that. I haven't been giving up a crazy amount of chances on the defensive end of things. It's the offensive end of things. Giving up one goal would be fine usually. The Sounders just, again, they're not converting their chances. And eventually you'd think with how many they've been generating that eventually it would click and they'd be able to break through. I don't know when that's going to happen. I really don't. You've gotten quality minutes from some of the younger players on this roster, Reed Baker-Whiting. I obviously mentioned Obed Vargas, Cody Baker, Josh Atencio, Dylan Tevez. So the chances are being generated. They're being generated. They're just not being converted. And it's obviously frustrating to split points with Portland. And then you've got Charlotte up here. You're going to face Charlotte on the road for the first time ever. You get a little bit of an international break, and then you have to go and play LAFC, which will be no easy feat. So it's not going to be easy. The Sounders had great opportunity to create distance between themselves and the second spot in the West, throughout the month of May, and they didn't do that. Now they're in second because St. Louis took over. I just checked that this morning. So it's going to be a battle if they want the top of the West. Obviously, the top of the West isn't the end-all be-all for the playoffs, but you would have liked to see that. I mean, with the way that they shot up to the top, and they easily could have kept that spot, and they didn't do so. So, we look ahead here to next week for our Sounders, who sit at an 8-win, 6-loss, 3-draw record at 27 points on the year. They're 5th in all of MLS and 2nd in the Western Conference. Their next match is June 10th at Charlotte FC, which is a 4:30 p.m. Pacific time start. Excuse me. I have to switch hats here.